I'm going to go ahead and put this. This is the third one video, and I'm going to put it up today. This is Christmas Eve 2018. I'm talking about Elizabeth, whether it's a response to what I've been putting up all these years on Facebook and YouTube or not, what was done to me, kidnapped, she knew it. Today, all you can see is ugly, vile videos stating my father, Edward VIII, married Wallace Warfield Simpson. They leave out that she's an American spy. That was a double. It was used an imposter. My dad was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, Windsor. School teacher, sister to artist Georgia O'Keefe from Madison, Wisconsin. So when they tell today that Meghan Markle is the first American that married into the royal family, is a friggin' lie. My mom was married. I am here. I'm the legal heir. There was papers drawn up. My father never meant to leave, and I know somebody's getting tired. They can hear me out in the hall, I guess. So I'm going to have to get off. Hate to get reported for talking into the video or so. Oh, me. Where did I get to now? Anyway, I'm just going to cut to the chase here. Elizabeth's illegal, in case somebody's just picking this one up. She's lived a life of just luxury and people bound of lies. She's always known the truth about my father. He was taken down by the Illuminati. Roosevelt, the Kennedys. By the way, the Kennedys grew up playing, I'm talking about years ago, back before I was born, for God's sake, playing with the Mountbattens, the Rothschilds, and there's somebody else that comes in here, and I can't bring it up. So you wonder what really went on there that hasn't been told. Oh, so let me just get to this. Everybody knows the life Elizabeth's spent. Horses, luxury, living in castles, and eating the finest, and meeting, and all the heads of state. By the way, that's what the FBI said to me. They're role playing when I got the letter. Well, I remember being down at the FBI office quite a bit back. Anyway, they were role playing, and they did this thing that is, what are they trying to say? What's with this picture they're doing with role playing? I was told to come down. I called, and I'd almost been killed. I had a letter from them about ongoing investigation, national security involved. I was on the street really back in '82, I believe it's when I was back there begging. And I was supposed to have alimony and all this, and man, that turned out to be. Anyway, the FBI agent I thought was the special agent, Michael Kean, I called, and I got through to, I realize now it was an FBI agent, but I laugh because it gets so ludicrous you can't tell it. I don't know what you do with it. Anyway, he said, well, if you'll come down, I can see you. And I went straight down. I walked or got on the bus. I don't think I had any money. I got down there, and I had to wait and wait. And then he comes out. Well, he's not the Michael Kean. I mean, he's shorter, and he comes out, and he does his song and dance, and I liked him. And I'm sitting there in this chair, almost a swivel chair, I believe it was. Well, I don't know. But I'm sitting there in the FBI headquarters, in the right there is nobody else other than they have built a plate glass at this time behind where they are, behind the receptionist is behind there. So I'm sitting out there, and he's talking to me. He comes out, and he's gruff. A little hard for him to be gruff. He's not a gruff person. But he comes out, and he said, he made me wait, first of all. He said, he said something that, well, I can give you a few minutes. I can't remember now what he said. Um, he said, I don't have time to spend with you. Made a point that this would be brief. So he starts talking to me and he goes round here, round the side of me. And then the other FBI agent that I had spoken with, what's his name? It's Sajak. Okay. Agent Sajak. You wonder if this is really their names, like Sajak, it may have been. And I hope if it's his name, I'm not getting him in trouble after all these years. He comes out, so you got both of them talking to me. And they spent about 20 minutes talking to me, going around here and around there. And I feel horrible. I don't feel like cutting up with anybody. And they said, well, we don't have, we only, what did he say? I now remembered it up until I've been putting it up. We don't have time to spend with anyone other than if they're heads of state. Well, why would he say that and spend at least 20 minutes going around, at least, just for the hell of it? He made his point, I'm a head of state. And then this goes on and on and on, still going on. And I'm looking at Elizabeth, and what's this thing about going to a discount? Is it to combat in case anybody ever tells the truth about what's been done to me and who I am and who my sons Mark and Scott are? I pray that they're alive, because I don't, that's what's kept me alive, and the fact that I want to repay the people that helped me. So I guess that's all I was going to say. So you got people mesmerized by wealth that doesn't belong to them. They're crooks and criminals of the highest order. You're talking about the illegal Elizabeth, the illegal Philip Mountbatten, the illegal Charles, and look at all the things this family has done. When they accused my father and he was removed of things he never did, he was a good guy. You would have never had the United Nations had they not taken my father down. He would not go along and sign treaties. None of that would have happened. And that's biblical. So you've got people that are well loved and hobnobbed and have stolen my money, made it impossible to live, and lived a hell of a life. And my sons, if you ever hear all of this. And now then they're going to go down to and take little George. Everybody loves little George and Charlotte, and as they wing it with, and now they're going to pretend they're shopping at a budget store.